Hello viewers, welcome to the video. It's Super GT here. In this one we're going to go exploring in Forza Horizon 3. We've got the full game here and we're driving this beastly motor, the Flying Lizard Audi. Now I could have chosen probably a more suitable car for exploring the map, but I went with this mainly for banter reasons. Pretty banterful taking this kind of car off-road, but let's give it a go. So we're starting in Surface Paradise. We are in the far northeast of the map. Let's take a quick drive around the city and show you what we can see around here. So this thing is an absolute beast, this car. It is at the top of S2 class. So we've got plenty of sky-rise buildings here in the centre of the city, as you'd expect to see. Plenty of opportunities for circuit racing around here. Lots of 90-degree corners. Plenty of drift opportunities. I like the distance between the corners because you can get smashed into like that. You can drift around one corner and it links nicely to the corner straight after it. So there's nice opportunities for drifting and for racing in Surface Paradise, from what I can tell. You drive out towards the west slightly and it becomes slightly more residential. The roads open up a little bit more here. So this is going to bring us to this massive highway or motorway going through the dead centre of the map. It's going to take us into the desert, so let's go along that road and explore the desert area slightly. So this road pretty much spans from east to west and west to east, both directions, and this is where we are going to test out plenty of high speed runs throughout the game. And this is where we are going to reach the top speed. If we're going to test the car, this is definitely the best place to do it, because once it straightens out here, as it has done, it's straight for a very long time, making it very easy to get high speeds, of course. So pretty much all of the Horizon games have had one of these big motorways somewhere on the map. Now my car here is already maxing out at 206. That's about it. So I'm not going to be using this car for S2 class on any seriously long straight tracks. This is going to be more for cornering. Around Surface Paradise this car would be very suited. So you can see here the vegetation has changed a lot, and now into the desert area. It's becoming slowly more yellow instead of green, and that's how you know that you're in the desert, of course. And we're just going to completely ruin that guy's day. Now we're going to go off-road once we can regain control of the car. We're going to go off-road and see how this thing handles. Probably really badly. Is that a barn fight? No. No, it's not. Alright, it's not a barn fight. Sometimes you can tell the shape of the barns and you know that they're going to be a barn fight in the future. Now this thing is extremely bumpy and very hard to drive actually off-road, so I don't want to go too quickly and ruin it. So plenty of off-road opportunities in the desert. I'd say most of it is off-road really. If you're going to go from point A to point B, you might as well skip the road altogether and just drive over the desert, grass, and these off-road roads, I guess. So we've got some large hills over to the right hand side. That is pretty much the northern boundary of the map. And I've got another barn find wheeler there. We're going to leave that for now. So we're going to go to the far northwest of the map, to the Pink Lakes. So this is what I mean by just skipping the road altogether. Sometimes quicker to go like this. It says 4.6 kilometers, but that's if you go on the road. It's a lot quicker if you just do this. Very silly in this kind of type of car, but it's my game. I do what I want, and this is how I have fun, by doing a side flip. Yeah, pretty much. I was meant to do that too. See if this thing can go. Right, that did not go well. This car doesn't like water. flooded the engine completely. Let's get out of the water. So this is the far northwest of the map. Let's actually try and get to the absolute limit of the map, shall we? So we're at the destination, but we're going to continue going northwest. Oh, there's a XP board there. 5,000 XP, thank you very much. I'm assuming this big lake here is the limit, and I cannot be bothered to go through that because it'll take me about a year to get out. So that is the far northwest of the map. We have a nice canyon here. This is seen in my first video in the Honda NSX tune that I did. We raced through here in the aerial Nomad. That's quite a cool little section actually. And for those of you wondering about the map size, there will be 2 expansions. If you go to the main menu, it says here, look, Forza Horizon 3 expansion pass. And if we go on it, it says get 2 Forza Horizon 3 expansions at a discounted price. So there will be 2 expansions at some point. The previous game had Storm Island. This is going to have 2 expansions. As for what they are, no idea at this current stage. So we're going to drive south towards this very interesting looking road here, which is towards the rainforest area, but not quite into the rainforest at that point. For me actually it was really unexpected that they were going to include these kind of race cars in this game, but I'm really glad they have because they're actually really fun to drive. They're so grippy, and I'd imagine they'd be really good in road racing. In any circuit race that is on road, they'd be pretty darn good. So I tried putting off-road tyres on this car, but I don't think you can. So pretty much for roads only. So the backdrop here is absolutely gorgeous, it has to be said. You see here, car gripping so nicely. So the trees are going to start reappearing here, and it turns very green all of a sudden, where we come out of the desert, back into the forested area, going past a Super GT car. Love a good Super GT car. And I can see another bonus board, we're going to get that. So it looks like this road is off-road, annoyingly. So we're going to have to test our skills again. The mono coming flying past the other way. BSE mono noob. But let's see what we can do around this road. I do like the amount of off-road roads in this game. It's quite a nice variation compared to the previous game, which didn't have quite as many. So I'd imagine this little route here is going to appear in many online races, in the online adventure. Nice tight hairpin here, and we can see here everyone's driving their very suitable cars off-road. The Aerial there, Aerial Atom. So we've all pretty much chosen the worst possible cars you can drive off-road. Lots of water hazards throughout the game. You'll see that a lot. It seems to be a recurring theme. Water blocking the road. It happens a lot. It's in a lot of places. I guess Turn 10 and Playground Games are proud of their water physics. Wanted to show it off quite a lot. And there's an XP board here. We're going to take that and drop down. Car box just overtaking him. Probably the only time I'll ever do that. Oh, he's coming back at me though. He's ranked up a lot already, 77. So that is that pretty much. Let's head towards the reservoir. This looks like an interesting area. So this looks like another off-road section. There's actually some tarmac there, but then back onto the off-road. This I'd imagine is going to be one of the playground areas. It looks quite playgroundy, which we're going to see for King and Infected game modes. So this is a very nice wooded area. Not quite rainforest yet. So now we're going to head into the heart of the rainforest, which is slightly to the south. We can get the car under control. So very nice roads to drive here. Twisting and turning through the trees. Very beautiful and very fun to drive, it must be said. So let's build up some speed in the Audi now. Going head on with a bus almost. And that would have been very painful had I made contact there. So these roads here are really nice to drive. really nice and flowing XP board. Oh, just missed it. Oh no, I did get it. I did get it. Couldn't quite see that. And I'm just going to flip through the trees. Now you can go through most of this rainforest off-road if you wish. Very risky strategy though. Just like going head-on with other cars is quite risky too. But it's quite risky because some of the trees, or a lot of the trees, aren't the ones that you can smash out of the way. You will crash and come to a standstill a lot of the time, so it's a risky thing to do on the most part. So arriving here at the centre of the rainforest, it does have that feel of being very deep within something here, if that doesn't sound too rude. So now we're heading south towards Byron Bay, which many of you will be familiar with from the demo. So this area here is pretty much what we had in the demo, part of the rainforest, or most of the rainforest, and then the city or little town of Byron Bay as well. So we're going to come out of the rainforest now, so we're at the south edge of the rainforest, heading south towards the main smaller settlement in the game. So we've got Surface Paradise as the main big settlement, so Byron Bay is the main second sized settlement if you like. And here we are arriving at Byron Bay. Now I'm not going to drive around here too long because you're probably very familiar with it. So Byron Bay is of course one of the places where you will set up a festival. So you can set up a festival here in Byron Bay, in the outback, Yarra Valley, which is in the forest in the centre, and then Surface Paradise as well. That's all I know at the moment, there might be more than that. Okay, so we're on the road north out of Byron Bay. On the left is Byron Bay, on the right is the beach of the 12 Apostles, which we are going to jump down to like an absolute madman. Once my bloody controller reconnects, it's been disconnecting all day. There we go. Down onto the beach. So this is the beach of the 12 Apostles, and you'll be familiar with this from the demo. So we can head north out of the beach. We're going to go through this cave. This cave features very early on in the game. You would have played this on the demo. And there is another XP board, or travel board. So this off-road does become very, very hard to drive. In this type of car, and when it's become rain-filled as well, so you can see it's raining, the off-road becomes very wet and very hard to drive. But we're out of that now, back onto the tarmac. We can rack up the speed once again as we head east or west. I don't even know, I'm not even looking at the map, I'm just guessing right now. There's a beauty spot there. So the road looks absolutely gorgeous once it's rained. And we can come through here and totally mess up. You know what will probably be easier than driving this car is just driving drone mode. Drone mode is a lot easier actually than driving a car. Well, given how I've driven this car today, it probably is easier to drive a drone. I haven't been driving this thing very well at all. Now we're just going to stop there because this is quite an important landmark in the game. And you can see this rock pretty much from everywhere in the game. If you face it, you can pretty much see it from everywhere. And it's a good marker to judge where you are on the map, which direction you're facing anyway. And that is going to bring a close to this video, guys. I hope you have enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what else you want to see in Forza Horizon 3, and I'll try to bring it to you. Thank you for watching this one. Subscribe for more like this, hit that like button, and I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.